I saw the new Aaron Sorkin Netflix movie, Trial of the Chicago 7.
Ooh.
Well, it was fine. Is my kind of first review for it. So it tells the story of a couple of different groups of people wanting to protest the Vietnam War, and how the kind of police tried to frame them as riot starters, as these kind of corrupt, evil, no good doing criminals. However, that's not the whole story with it. We see a lot of things were taken out of context. We see a lot of things were blatantly lied about. We see this kind of twisting of truth, and how these people respond to it, this small group. It attempts to deal with a lot of things like, obviously, protesting rights, legal persecution, as well as a little bit of racial injustice. Aaron Sorkin is, I would say, probably best known for his stuffy political courtroom drama escapades, in terms of his scripts. And if you really like a lot of those Aaron Sorkin movies, you'll probably really enjoy this. For me, it didn't land as well as I would have hoped for. A lot of it came as, I don't know, as I said, stuffy. It feels a little too impersonal. There's not really a lot of actual emotion in this. That's not to say that there aren't great performances from a lot of the actors. There's just not a lot of heart at the core of this script. It's a little, I don't know, it's a little too Aaron Sorkin-y for me, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And I know that doesn't sound like a bad thing for a lot of people, but I think when it goes a little too into that realm, where it feels like, this feels like if you wanted to write the most Aaron Sorkin script, this is what you would come up with. And that's not necessarily a good thing.
So I haven't seen the movie yet, but one issue with Aaron Sorkin scripts that you typically hear with like some of his movies is all the dialogue is written as if like every single person had the perfect rebuttal and like thing to say in the scene, and it's not the most realistic type of dialogue.
Well, and it's fun for a little bit, but after a while, that just gets so kind of tiresome and so repetitive. Another thing I wanted to point out with this one, I think a lot of their scenes actually depicting the protests was pretty distasteful, especially this year. I think it's probably distasteful any year, but this year especially. Showing police officers beating up protesters with this kind of upbeat rock music, just, it doesn't sit right, and it feels gross, honestly.
Well, I have not seen it yet. I am still looking forward to seeing it. But
it's not a bad movie. It's just a kind of movie, you know? But there are still good parts to it. Like, it's competently made. Maybe it was just the wrong time for me to see it. I think had I seen this movie 5 years ago, I probably would have loved it. What a potentially scathing, excessively positive, or exceedingly middling review of that movie you just heard. If you want to hear more that could potentially fit into any of those categories, click this box, which has more reviews and clips from the main show. We also got our weekly mini episodes over here in this box.
And make sure to click the circle in the middle to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on another episode in the future.